Their Dick is down and injured, and they're taking him out. So when he hit that 288-pound tight end, he bounced off. The tight end did, and Washington didn't.
But again, you got to like the decision-making of Phillip Rivers. He's in the pocket. He didn't force the ball to the end zone. He saw Manu Maliuna on the perimeter, dumped it off to him.
Will the Chargers get a touchdown on the first snap of the second quarter? We'll find out when we come back.
Sorry.
South Africa's top performers now playing on ESPN.
The ball inside the 1-yard line. As we start the second quarter, San Diego leading Oakland 3-0. An extra lineman comes in for the Chargers. They'll go for it on fourth down, just inside the 1. Tomlinson had a career-high first quarter. Let's see if he touches it to start the second. He does. Airborne touchdown.
He made it.
San Diego in the end zone. And they're going to lead 9-0 with the extra point coming up.
Good call by Marty. You know, there have been times even in my career I'd gone the other way.
Right, and I'll tell you what, you know, we call LT Superman. He looked like Superman there. He got about 6 feet in the air, got over the pile, and got it in the end zone.
1-yard touchdown. Last year, he had 18 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, so he's off to a tremendous start here in the first 15 minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh, really?
Wow. I mean, wow.
Wow. I still can't figure out why the Raiders were playing with 5 defensive backs against him, taking a linebacker out.
Extra point by Canning's up and good.
Well, that was part of their scheme all the time last year as well.
Yeah.
Another good-looking drive. Covered 66 yards in only 5 plays. Most of it done by that guy. And then the capper was, as Jaws said, Superman, airborne in for the touchdown. Chargers on the road in Oakland, leading the Raiders 10-0.
South Africa's top performers now playing on ESPN.
The use of leg spin bowling was becoming a lost art at Test level until the bleach blonde Shane Warne arrived on the international scene in 1991.
Shane Warne changed the face of cricket from 1990 onwards.
He went on to develop a myriad of spin variations, going on to bowl what was to be described as the ball of the century to a bemused Mike Gatting in 1993.
He's bowling. Gatting can't believe it. Dickie Bird, I suppose, can't believe it.
Part of Australia's World Cup winning side in 1999, Shane Warne remains a cricketing icon in his home country and is recognised as a genius of spin bowling throughout the world of cricket. Don't miss the series, The Legends of Cricket, on ESPN.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Refreshing Coors Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. The Guardian, starring Kevin Costner and Ashton Kutcher. Sneak preview this Saturday, September 16th. Verizon Wireless. And the all-new Mazda CX-7, the SUV you never saw coming.
McAfee Coliseum in Oakland. Brad Nessler, Dick Vermeil, Ron Jaworski, Bonnie Bernstein with you. Sold-out crowd as Art Shell makes his return to the sidelines. Second tour of duty as the Raider head man, and now he is down 10-0 to the Chargers and Marty Schottenheimer, who's got more wins against the Raiders than any coach in football. Kading to kick, and Carr will take it on the 8-yard line. Chris Carr looking for an avenue up the sideline, and he's got one. And he's out across the 45-yard line. Good-looking return.
Good return, lousy kick.
LaDainian Tomlinson, great first quarter, and Bonnie, he really loves playing against the Raiders.
You know, it's just yet another example of how successful Tomlinson has been in his career against the Raiders. Last year in October, he actually pulled off the hat trick. He caught a touchdown, and then he ran a touchdown, and we're used to seeing that, but you know we're not used to? Yeah, he actually throws for touchdowns, too. And in LT form, he really had no clue what was going on until somebody pointed it out. He said, yeah, I guess it'll be something nice I could tell my grandkids when I get older.
His career passing numbers, 3 out of 4, 47 yards, 3 touchdowns. I told him there's some quarterbacks not that good. And Aaron Brooks is finding things very tough. Sacked by Luis Castillo back at the 37-yard line. First sack of the night.
Brought the pressure off the corner there.
Well, what's happening, you're seeing Aaron Brooks drop deep into the pocket using this 7-step drop. And I tell you what, they're just coming off the edge, getting good angles to break Aaron Brooks down. He had no shot because downfield coach to combine a 7-step drop. You're running routes at 15 to 20 yards.
Plus, if the running back's going to pick up the linebackers, you better get up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're already in your face.
Well, this is a coaching clinic from you tonight.
No, not really, but you know that.
Castillo and Merriman are probably going to share that sack, I think. And now it's 2nd down and 18. And the Raiders have to run the ball to get some of it back. They pick up about 4, and still the 3rd down and long situation they wanted to stay out of, and they did on their opening drive, but they haven't been able to stay out of it the last 2 times they've had the ball, and still nothing to number 18.
13 plays, not a look to number 18 yet.
Their 3rd down efficiency last year was really poor. It hurt them, you know. And, that's the problem. If you're going to run the ball, you're going to have more 3rd down situations. Normally get 12 to 13 a game. If you're running a lot and not running well, and you're not throwing well, you're going to end up with more 3rd down.
Well, we haven't seen that Art Shell commitment to the run yet.
3rd down at 14. Randy Moss is in a slot on the left side, and Aaron Brooks takes a timeout. I don't know that I've seen 2 timeouts taken by each team in a first half this early in a long time. Brooks will trot to the sideline. A big 3rd down and long coming up for the Raiders when we come back.
Line drive, left center field. Chris Bowler dives and he's got it. He caught it. Great moments happen in baseball every week on ESPN.
September 12, and on this day in 2000, New York Yankees troubled star Darryl Strawberry found himself with more problems. The 38-year-old outfielder, who at the time was suspended and on probation, was found guilty of driving under the influence of medication and leaving the scene of an accident. He was sentenced to 2 years house arrest, meaning he can only leave home to go to work or to the doctor. Also on this day, former Indian cricket captain Kapil Dev, who at the time was embroiled in a match-fixing scandal, resigned as India's coach. Dev, one of the most successful bowlers in Test history, had been coach for almost 1 year and captained India to their 1983 World Cup win. And Chinese basketball sensation Yao Ming, who stands at 7 feet 6 inches tall and plays for the Houston Rockets, celebrates his birthday on this day, September 12.
Every year, Pamplona has a running of the bulls. Here at Sports Center, we have a similar tradition. Is it fun? No. But is it important?
Major League Baseball on ESPN. Wednesday from Detroit. One more time, the Rangers' lack of pitching became their Achilles heel. But they hope to make a difference in the playoffs when they visit the Tigers. Rangers, Tigers, Wednesday live on ESPN.
This time last year, Tom Walsh was running a bed and breakfast in Idaho with his wife Ann. Now he's back as offensive coordinator of the Raiders, and he's got another 3rd and long. Sometimes it's not how long you have it, it's what you do with it when you have it. They've only got 22 yards.
Brad, I agree. Here's the key. You look at the number of plays right there. The Chargers have only had 3 more plays. Time of possession pretty close, but look at the yards right here. That was huge.
This is the 3rd, make it the 4th time they've had 3rd down and more than 10. 3rd and 14. Penalty markers down. Brooks down again. Just got swarmed under. Sean Merriman again coming around the corner, and he has been a monster so far.
And he's also was offside.
That's what the flag's going to be
offside.
about.
Number 56 defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
You know, he'd probably take that 5 yards just because he got a chance to hit Brooks again. It's still going to be 3rd and long.
Woo. Yeah, he beat the count.
Gallery's
You
going
beat the count and the tackle.
But Coach, you know, we had this discussion. A lot of quarterbacks will tip. A lot of centers will tip. And we saw the center on that particular take, Jake Grove, who was kind of pointing out. He put his hand down. Then the ball was snapped. When you do your film study, you look for every tip you can. Merriman may have gotten a tip from Grove on that play. Jumped in a little bit quick, though.
Let's see if Aaron Brooks looks to Randy Moss for the first time tonight. 3rd down and 9. Brooks may not have time to find anybody. And down he goes again at the 45-yard line. Castillo is there. So is Merriman.
This guy is a man. He's the best young defensive lineman I've seen come out since coming back into coaching in '97 from Northwestern. He is very intense, very agile, and he's never knocked off his feet.
And again, Randy Moss looking for the football. Shane Leckler in to punt again. 2nd straight 3 and out for the Raiders. Eric Parker waits on the other end, and he'll take it at the 16. Got by the first wave and almost got 10 yards out of the return. So with a 10-point lead, Chargers have got the ball back. Next week, ESPN's Monday Night Football showcases the defending Super Bowl champion Steelers. They'll take on Byron Leftwich and the Jacksonville Jaguars, who won their first game over the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. All the action starts at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and can be experienced in high definition on ESPN HD. That's next Monday night. So the Chargers come back out. Fabian Washington, by the way, who was shaken up down inside the 5 on the last drive for the Chargers, is back out there at cornerback for the Raiders. Chargers haven't passed yet on 1st down. Now they will. Well, just in the ground. It was supposed to be a screen to Tomlinson, and that blew up, and Rivers just got rid of it.
Yeah, I think Turdell Sands, number 90, defensive lineman, smelled the screen, went over there. Sands did, Rivers did a real good job of just laying the ball on the ground.
Absolutely right, Coach. You'll see number 90, Turdell Sands, right there. He grabs. He grabs Ulti and throws him out the way.
You're not going to the screen.
You're not getting to that screen. Good job of understanding what the offense was trying to do. Set up the screen, tackle the running back.
He's big enough to eat the running back at 6'7", 345 pounds.
2nd down and 10 for the Chargers. Phillip Rivers, the handoff to Tomlinson. Only a yard and a half, maybe.
Another good play by Sands. Yeah, another good play. Big, strong guy. We drafted him in a 2nd, 7th pick a few years back, and he ended up being a practice squad for a year and that kind of stuff, and eventually didn't go. It was just a matter of time and being patient with a great big guy like this. You'll see him there, right there on the center's nose, working there. He's playing it straight away, and bang, gets him down. Did a nice job. Just takes time for those big guys to mature, and he played very little college football, 1 year.
Looks like a passing situation for Phillip Rivers. They haven't tried to throw one to Gates or McCardell yet. And it's Antonio Gates in motion as Rivers fires, and he got it complete all the way out to the 45-yard line.
Beautiful double move by Keenan McCardell. This guy is like a convenience store. He's open 24/7. You know, he's everything he does. You know, he doesn't have great speed, but that time he ran a double move route. Step, watch it, and we didn't get to see the very first part of that.
Coach, how about the throw? Don't forget the quarterback. Watch the double move.
There's the first move.
Fabian Washington, good position, but look at the timing of the route.
Beautiful.
Excellent anticipation by Phillip Rivers. I also like the design. They moved Phillip Rivers out of the pocket with the roll to buy some time to let the route develop deeper down the field.
Michael
Turner getting a carry and got about a yard. Keenan McCardell, that 18-yard pickup on the last play you saw in his 15th year out of UNLV. The only other offensive player still around from that draft is Brett Favre. And now he's got 826 receptions. That's 10th all-time. And as you can see, he's got a streak going that started a long time ago. He's an awfully good football player that not a lot of people recognize.
And a great leader within the organization as well.
2nd and 9. He goes out to the left side.
They got a linebacker down on the bottom of the screen, spread out down there. See this?
Rivers looks, fires deep for Gates. Got him down to the 32-yard line. And that's the dimension that tight end brings to the game, a pickup of 22.
See, the formation used forced the defense in a tight situation over there. They had receivers spread out, fullback over to the sideline, out of the backfield, puts him in a one-on-one situation over there, and he's going to win most of those battles.
And Michael Huff is a 4-3 safety. This guy can play corner safety, and Gate just whoops him. But I love, again, the anticipation of Phillip Rivers. Can I say Drew who?
Not yet.
Not yet? All right.
Yet. 3 plays ago, I said he hadn't looked for McCardell or Gates, and the last 3 plays, both those guys have their hands on it. Now it's LaDainian Tomlinson off the left side again. And inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. Speaking of Drew Brees, we mentioned earlier, he's a starter with New Orleans after leaving. 20 wins and a 96-plus rating. First time ever that somebody's won 20 games and been over 90 as a quarterback rating over 2 years, and then they get rid of you. Of course, he had the shoulder injury in the season finale. He signed as a free agent with the Saints. If he wasn't in New Orleans, Aaron Brooks wouldn't be starting here. Phillip Rivers might not be starting for the Chargers either. But Drew and Phillip Rivers had a conversation a couple days ago on the phone. We'll talk about that as we go. So far, Phillip 4 out of 5.
They remain great friends, which is very important.
On second down, play action. Rivers steps up, trying to buy himself some time, and now he gets down, gets what he can, and got to about the 25-yard line. You know, Jaws, you started in what, your second year?
It was my third year.
And Dick, you've been around a lot of quarterbacks. This is kind of the way it should be. Learn from a guy and then come in.
And he liked the whole concept. He didn't fight the concept. He had a good attitude about it. He has a new quarterback coach in John Ramsdale, who was with me for 3 years in the Rams, with Mike Martz. He knows how to coach those quarterbacks. And this guy has poise. I could sense that Marty and the offensive staff really don't worry about him. They have confidence in him.
Third down at 3. Rivers, little shovel pass inside. I don't think it's going to be enough. It's going to be about a yard short. Kirk Morrison knocked LaDainian Tomlinson off his feet. You saw that graphic about the quarterbacks starting a season with a quarterback and a backup that had never started in a game. The Panthers with Chris Wenke and Damian Craig and Matt Lytle were the team that started a season a few years back that didn't have any experience at that signal calling position. And now Nate Kading, who's already hit 1 field goal of 47 yards, is going to line one up from 42. Try to stretch the San Diego lead, 3 more. And this one, he missed off to the right.
Flag down.
Penalty marker down.
Running into the kicker. Number 21 defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
You know, this is what Art Shell is trying to fight and trying to change. Giving an opponent a penalty, a possible scoring drive. They did it 25% of the opponent's scoring drive last year.
25% kept the drive alive?
Gave them a penalty. First down that kept the drive alive for a score.
25% of the time?
25% of the time.
That's incredible.
71 opponent drives, 18 first down penalties.
We saw this yesterday, running into the punter or roughing the punter penalty between the Broncos and the Rams. Gave the Rams life, and they subsequently went on to win the ball game. Here already the Raiders are in a 10-0 hole. Asamoah is the guy that ran into Kading, and that's first down, and Tomlinson and opening on the left side, and he's inside the 15-yard line. Stuart Schweigert got him down, but he picked up 6 more yards, and he is at 100, fellas.
Here they run it toward the wingback, and they seal off the defense, lead with the fullback, cut back, pull out that tackle, and here he goes up inside.
Marcus McNeil at 6'7", 336. The young fella looks agile getting around the corner.
Well, that 288-pound tight end over there doesn't hurt.
That's right.
LT, 100 yards on 14 totes. That's not counting his pass receptions. 29th, 100-yard-plus game. Second down, a long 4 for the Chargers, threatening again, already leading 10-0. Tomlinson looking for a little bit of opening on the inside. Tough sledding there. Lance Johnstone made the stop for the Raiders. We're under 7 minutes. San Diego controlling the football game, controlling the clock, and doing it with number 21.
It's about how we expected this game to play out. San Diego try to control the clock, control the time of possession, keep Randy Moss and his big playability on the sideline. But right now, this Raider defense, they've got to bow their backs, and they have got to make a stop. They got to slow down the momentum of the San Diego Chargers.
Remember, they forced a field goal that Kading missed. Now they'd like to force him into another one. This is a 6-minute drive.
They're in an unbalanced line over to the left side, really loaded up. It didn't help them.
And they did stop Lorenzo Neal. Tyler Brayton made the tackle.
You'll see they had more people on the left side of the formation than the right, a legal formation, but normally you're trying to load up and get more people. You'll see this from the left side. See over right here? You got a lot of people over there.
Well, they had number 70, Shane Olivier, who's normally the right tackle, move over on the left side, and the tight end came to the right side. So they have what a lot of teams call that heavy formation.
We call it elephant.
Nate Kading missed his 42-yarder. He's going to get a try of 29 here, and he has hit his last 17 field goals inside 40 yards. Nate, his first one missed, and now he's got another chance. They're going to take another timeout, and that's it for the timeouts. Shane Olivier, I think, had a problem with his helmet. They'll get that straightened out, and they'll try a field goal when we return.
Every year, Pamplona has a running of the bulls. Here at Sports Center, we have a similar tradition. Is it fun? No. But is it important?
South Africa's top performers now playing on ESPN.
You want game? This fall, ESPN Game Plan has up to 150 extra college football games. Team matchups and rivalries from major conferences, all available when you order your exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. It's maximum college football.
Get full access to live college football games online with ESPN's Game Plan. To order Game Plan, go to espn.com and search Game Plan.
Italian football on ESPN.
As we remember 9/11 so vividly from 5 years ago. Nate Kading, 29-yard field goal attempt, up and good. So it's 13-0 with 5:36 remaining. And the Raiders are going to have to get something going offensively for Art Shell when we come back to Oakland in a minute.
South Africa's top performers now playing on ESPN.
Fastball, left center field. That one, way back there. It's tied up. Can you believe it?
Great moments happen in baseball every week on ESPN.
I used to be a chiropractor. I had to give it up because of a problem with my hands. I started playing poker pretty seriously. My wife said, why not give it a go at the World Series? Sometimes I still can't believe I'm the reigning world champion of poker. My name is Joe Hasham. Who's next?
Every year, Pamplona has a running of the bulls. Here at Sports Center, we have a similar tradition. Is it fun? No. But is it important?
Major League Baseball on ESPN. Wednesday from Detroit. One more time, the Rangers' lack of pitching became their Achilles heel. But they hope to make a difference in the playoffs when they visit the Tigers. Rangers, Tigers, Wednesday live on ESPN.
The San Diego Chargers have scored on their first 3 possessions, and they lead the Oakland Raiders 13-0 with 5:36 remaining in the first half. Nate Kading, who just hit the field goal, will tee it up as he had a second opportunity. Missed one, but after the penalty, he had a chip shot from 29. They give him the 13-point lead. Chris Carr had a nice return the last time he got his hands on it. He waits for the Raiders back at the goal line.
That's a better kickoff this time.
Carr will take it at the 5. Cross the 20 and out to about the 26-yard line. Well, Aaron Brooks so far, Jaws, has had a heck of a time getting anything going for the Raiders offensively.
Well, Wade Phillips, the defensive coordinator, has a tremendous scheme based out of his 3-4 defense. 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. They love to slant, twist, and stunt to free guys up. You see, here they bring the linebackers from the outside. The push up the middle, they wreak havoc on the quarterback. Brooks right here is having a tough time getting a comfortable cradle to throw from.
He's only 1 for 4 for 9 yards, and he's been sacked twice. There's Wade Phillips, the defensive coordinator of the Chargers. First down, Oakland from its own 26-yard line. Randy Moss still hasn't touched the football. Now he has. And he's run out of bounds after a pickup of about 5. You know, when he was with the Vikings, they used plays like that where he caught balls near the line of scrimmage. They really haven't utilized him like that last year in Oakland.
Well, that was a running play. That was just a side adjustment. I think the quarterback saw the people up there right where he was going to run the football. So we either what you call it, old smoke or whatever, just boom, threw it out there to him. He hitched it. He got more than he would have run the ball.
Right on, Coach. A running play was called. The corner gave a big cushion. Moss just turned around. Brooks stood up and threw him the football. Finally got the ball in Randy Moss's hands.
And a pickup of 5. Chargers showing blitz. They're going to go right back to the same thing. And first down for Randy Moss. And he gets out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So they did basically the same thing, a pickup of 10. And here it is again.
Yeah, you'll see it right here. It's a running play. As you see both those backs coming to that side. So Brooks just stands up and throws him the ball. You know, the corner gives this kind of cushion. Look at that cushion. Hey, take it. Take the positive play. Now what San Diego's going to have to adjust. Bring that corner up, maybe roll the safety over the top. But all of a sudden, now you're running in 7 in box. A better opportunity to run the football with Lamont Jordan.
First down at the 41-yard line. Brooks deep drop this time. Look out. Scrambles out of the pocket. Now he's got a lot of green in front of him. Across midfield. And he's got a first down. Nice run by Aaron Brooks.
You know, it's obvious that Wade Phillips has decided to pressure him on these rundowns and get him in long yards. Again, see, they're bringing linebackers to the left side of your screen. They didn't pick him up properly. He's out there flushed and running, and he's going to make some yards. This is one of the best things this guy does. He can run the football, and he's hard to sack. He really is.
He did a nice job of feeling that pressure. No one open downfield. So far, he's been judicious with the football, not making a big mistake and taking the run opportunity when it's there.
Judicious. When I first coached you couldn't pronounce that.
He still can't spell it.
Oh, man, you guys are rough.
14 for Brooks on that scramble. Now he's firing to the outside, completes it out, and it's Randy Moss again. So Moss has 3 catches on this drive, a pickup of 12 and another first down.
Good protection allowed him to throw this ball. One-on-one situation.
Moss, singled up here on Quentin Jammer. Moss pushing hard, really good stem, threatens Quentin Jammer deep, does a nice job of coming back. Good offset throw by Brooks.
With that kind of defensive corner technique where you turn to the inside and run, you're going to guarantee you don't get beat, but it's hard to cover the out patterns.
You turn your shoulders, parallel that sideline, there's no way you can come out of that break.
This is a really important drive for Art Shell and the Raiders offense. They trail 13-0. They look sharp so far as they marched it down to the 33. Here comes a blitz. Brooks stands in. Now he goes down in a heap.
He's got to see that. He's got to see those guys coming. He knows he does not have that time.
Sean Phillips and Donnie Edwards are there to combine on the sack, the 3rd of the night.
Good job. Here they come to the left side of the screen, and right up in the middle, they got him one-on-one situation. Cross-charge it. Bang. Donnie Edwards. Good job.
And the problem is you got Randy Moss running a deep corner out. That's going to take 3.1 seconds. And right now, Brooks is just not getting that kind of time.
Moss is going to take a walk to the sideline.
I wonder if they have a 3-step drop passing philosophy.
We haven't seen it yet.
Scheme. Yeah. Slants and crossing patterns, just, you know, get the ball out of the backfield quickly.
Brooks back to throw on 2nd and 17. Across the middle, completes it. Up in and out of the hands, or did he fumble it? It's going to be incomplete. It was Courtney Anderson, the tight end, who couldn't hold it. Let's get a 30-30 update. Here's Carl Ravitch. Carl.
Hi, Brad. Baseball fans in San Diego know the Padres lead the wild card race. They're concerned about the Marlins. Anibal Sanchez follows up his no-hitter with 7 innings of 4-hit ball. They get a win, score 1 fuel run, than the Dolphins did points on Thursday. Cody Ross had 3 home runs. Back on the field, Dion Branch, the holdout for New England, now a Seahawk. Patriots get Seattle's #1 pick in the 07 draft. SportsCenter follows your game, mobile ESPN alerts all the time.
All right, Carl, thanks. 3rd down and long. Brooks in trouble again.
Merriman, 1-on-1, just ate him a lump. 8 calories lunch coming around the outside.
Oh, boy, and he's got the bull going.
Woo! Now, the problem is, Coach, you're getting in 3rd and 15, 3rd and 17. You're very limited in what you can do. You have to go to the deep drop. Check it out right there. Gallery just can't handle the speed and quickness of Merriman off the edge. Woof. Watch it right here. Game speed. You try to block this guy. What, are you kidding me? Still working hard. He makes the play. That boxing. That was that boxing right there. You know, that quick jab, and boom, he's in the backfield.
Muay Thai.
Who?
That's his martial arts thing that's got the boxing going on.
Muay Thai.
2-minute warning. They need Muay offense. The Raiders do. It's 13-0 Chargers.
South Africa's top performers now playing on ESPN.
September 12, and on this day in 2000, New York Yankees troubled star Darryl Strawberry found himself with more problems. The 38-year-old outfielder, who at the time was suspended and on probation, was found guilty of driving under the influence of medication and leaving the scene of an accident. He was sentenced to 2 years house arrest, meaning he can only leave home to go to work or to the doctor. Also on this day, former Indian cricket captain Kapil Dev, who at the time was embroiled in a match-fixing scandal, resigned as India's coach. Dev, one of the most successful bowlers in Test history, had been coached for almost 1 year and captained India to their 1983 World Cup win. And Chinese basketball sensation Yao Ming, who stands at 7 feet 6 inches tall and plays for the Houston Rockets, celebrates his birthday on this day, September 12.
LaDainian Tomlinson's been the offense. Sean Merriman's been the defense. And the Chargers lead the Raiders 13-0. And Art Shell's return to the Oakland sideline as a head coach hasn't been pretty for the fans who came out here in full force and have been here a couple of days. A lot of them haven't seen what they were looking for. Shane Leckler will have to punt again.
This guy's one of the best punters in football, if not the best.
The guy in the stands or Leckler?
Leckler. He's a pooch punter here. Now he's going to try to drop that inside.
Parker will field it at the 12 and get buried.
Good coverage.
1:51 remaining here. Don't forget, next week, ESPN's Monday Night Football will show you the defending Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll take on Byron Leftwich and the Jacksonville Jaguars. All the action starts 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific, and can be experienced in high definition on ESPN HD. Well, the Chargers with a big lead. They're in a hole here. Not good field position at their own 12-yard line, but they lead 13-0.
And Randy Moss cheering his team on. He was voted by his teammates to be the offensive captain.
LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the first times tonight he's been stopped for no gain or very little, and he has a few words with the defense. Let's check in with Bonnie.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brad, if there's somebody in the Randy Moss has really matured camp, it is Art Shell. You guys talked about he was voted the team captain, and while Shell has heard all of the give me the ball rumors, he hasn't heard any of that. He says Moss has been the model citizen. He's worked his butt off. If he's missed a route in practice, he'll be the first one to say, hey, this one's on me. It won't happen again. And if one of the other guys slacks off, he'll get on their butt. So, you know, this is only week one. Let's keep that in mind. But so far, so good as far as the relationship relationship between Archell and Randy Moss.
On second and long, Michael Turner getting some work. And he gets it out to the 20-yard line. Turner doesn't get a lot of work when you're playing behind LaDainian Tomlinson, but last year he had over 300 yards, averaged almost 6 yards a carry, and scored 3 touchdowns. LT getting a little bit of a breather and a well-deserved one.
Yeah, Marty Schottenheimer told me this guy is really a fine football player. He says eventually he doesn't think he'll be able to keep him because he'll go off and be somebody else's starter. But, you know, in his career, he's carried the ball 77 times for a 5.7 average. 3 touchdowns. He's a fine football player.
Raiders have taken their last time out with 56 seconds remaining, hoping to force a punt here and a 3rd down upcoming and trying to get the football back.
And there's a fine football coach. You got to play for him. I got to follow him in Kansas City. That's a tough act to follow.
I played for Marty in 1989, and I got to tell you something. He gets all lathered up
for the Raiders.
And he has been very successful at beating the Raiders. But boy, I tell you, it's Raider week. You know, Marty would come in the locker room on Saturday before the game, and you know, you don't need a game plan. You don't need that. This is going to be a tough physical battle. It's not going to be X's and O's. Hit him in the mouth. That's right, because that's how the Raiders are going to play you.
See if the Raiders can stop the Chargers on 3rd down and 2. It's Turner, and they don't stop him. He's still going forward. Out across the 25 and a 1st down, and so the Chargers can do no worse than a 13-0 lead at halftime, unless they put the ball on the ground. Coming up at the half, Stuart Scott and Mike Ditka will have the Lexus halftime show for you. They'll have the latest, including the Vikings win over the Redskins, news around the NFL. Carl told you about the trade today. Seattle getting Deion Branch. Tonight's Major League Baseball action and a lot more. Stu and the coach coming up on the Lexus halftime show. So we're down probably to the final play of the first half as the Chargers are going to take a knee. Phillip Rivers in his first start hasn't been asked to do a lot. The reason being